Hi, this is Frank Seppi for NPC News Online. I'm here at Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym, the East Coast Mecca, with two-time Bikini Olympia champion Angelica Teixeira and Steve Weinberger, Olympia head judge. And we've gotten a ton of emails, DMs from people requesting how to pose correctly for NPC bikini competitors. So Angelica, a couple weeks out for the Olympia, took time out of her busy schedule today to shoot a video for NPC News Online. They did a fantastic job, as you would expect.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to show Angelica as she walks on stage in a lineup, the right way to present yourself. Remember, when you're on stage, whether you're being called out or not called out, the judges will still be looking at you to see if you're going to be in the first call out, the second call out, or unfortunately the third call out. We always want the first call out, but if we don't get it, it's no big deal. If you're in that second or third call out, it's okay, because a lot of times you can move up in the call outs, and if you don't, you still want to leave a good impression for the next show. You never want to look upset, you never want to look disappointed, you always want to look confident, like you're the winner and happy. Slowly and gracefully she walks on stage, goes into a kind of side front pose, now a side pose, throwing the glutes out, picking up her shoulders, walking towards the judges, smiling at the judges, smiling at the fans, nice and confident and graceful. Now she goes to the hip and she'll turn around and go to the back again. Flip her hair over. Some girls like to flip their hair over, some girls don't. If you have a good back like Angelica, it's better to flip your hair over. If you don't, it's better not to. There she goes with the shoulder, just to get a little attention. Walks back to the box. Turns around, walks back up, big smile, very confident. I'm the winner, doesn't matter what anybody thinks, I know I'm the best.
Exactly. So once you walk, and let's say you're doing comparison, it's super important to do the same, to keep the position to the judges. And if you are on the edge, it's always good to angle your body to the center of the judge and show your best. So if you're on the edge, it's always good, right, Steve?
Yes, it is.
So they can have the best, view, the best angle of your physique. So big smile, confidence, and what you don't want to do on this posing is bend your arm too much, like this. We call a cup of tea, right? Cup of tea. Some girls are doing this, kind of like raising the hand.
Right.
You want to relax your arm.
Distracts from the body.
Yeah. And for bikini, you want to look more relaxed on stage. It's not super posing. So you don't want to be like this or flexing this arm. You just want everything to flow.
The idea is to look like you're not posing. When you're posing, even though you're posing your heart out, you want to look like this is the way you look all the time. A confident, relaxed example would be just like this. Unlike what she just showed you, where she was tightening up and stiffening up with nerves.
Yeah. Another thing too would be sometimes some girls bend the knee too much.
And they look bow-legged.
Yeah, and looks a little funny on stage. And the waist, if you don't twist the waist, also you're gonna look a little square for the judges. And another thing is when you pose too much to the side and hide your upper body, so you're kind of posing like this, but the judges can't see your elbow and your back shoulder, so you lose symmetry. They're gonna see more your glutes and your legs, but not much of your upper body. So it's very important to really
get both shoulders into the pose, both shoulders, not just one, but both shoulders.
And then as you transition, always make sure to keep the waist to the side, as I said. And when you do the side glutes, never stand like this, because you don't want to show any wrinkles to the judges. Always push your glutes out and
but not
keep
too
your
far
body
out.
up.
This is something else that some people do. They push their glutes. Don't do this. This doesn't look good, and some girls do that. Just enough where you, like Angelica says, you can see the tie-in for the glute to the hamstrings, but don't overextend it. Just enough. And that's the same way you'd hit the back pose. You would just extend just enough to see the glutes and the hamstrings, not overextend where your glute would come flying out.
And for this position, you want to show a little bit of shoulders and triceps definition too, because the judges are looking for glutes, but also taking a look on your conditioning. So if you condition, you're gonna show some shoulders and triceps definition. So what I like to do, everyone is different for posing, but I like to press my leg here a little bit. So the definition for the shoulders and triceps shows more. And as you transition, it's very important to keep your glutes up, because this is a mistake that many competitors do. As they turn, they kind of relax and they drop the glutes. And that's when the judges notice, like things, points, and take points out. So as you're keeping your glutes up here, keep your glutes up as you transition, and try to do just a few steps. Don't do too many steps. Like what some competitors would do is something like drop.
A couple of steps. Don't do one large step either.
Just
Take a
keep
couple of
moving.
small steps, not a big large step.
So here, you can move, I like to do 1, 2. You can move whatever leg you want. There's no rule. There's no rule. You can move right and left, and you're right there. Or you can do left, right. But try to move as less as possible, and when you get to the back pose, you're ready for the back pose. Your hips, you're pushing your hips up, and everything's tight, so you're not kind of like relaxed here.
Right, you never want to be relaxed.
And then you push. So you always have the, like your lower back is always arched when you're posing on stage. So when you do this, as Steve said, you don't want to lean forward too much because you lose symmetry with your upper body and lower body. So you want to keep your chest up, your shoulders, you don't want to squeeze them back because you lose
your width.
Yeah. And so you just want to kind of like relax, just push your hips back a little bit and keep that chest up so you have nice symmetry. And don't bend your knee too much.
Just enough where you can see separation.
Just a
in the
little,
glutes and the hands.
Slight bend. And same thing, as you turn around, you don't want to drop your glutes, so you keep your glutes up. Instead of relaxing, you keep those glutes up and turn around.
Always smiling.
Always smiling, always keeping the attitude.
Looking confident. Looking confident is very important. You don't want
Yes.
to walk out there like, I'm very nervous, this is my thing, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Just, I'm the best, I'm the winner, no matter what. You always got to walk and talk and act like you're the champ.
Yes, this is so important. This is what's going to make you stand out with the other competitors.
And the judges notice that right away. They notice attitude on stage. Whether it's a confident attitude, a nervous attitude, a scared attitude, look confident. You could be scared in your pants. You could be shaking, but don't show it. Smile. Big smile hides everything.
Yes. So when you turn around, I noticed that some competitors also do a mistake of relaxing their abs as they're transitioning. So they kind of like stick everything out and then they squeeze everything. You got to remember that the judges are looking for...
All the time. We're looking all the time.
Yeah, they're looking all the time. They're not looking just your main pose, but as you transition, they're trying to see what, like what's not good in your physique. No, they're not...
We always look at transitions. Don't think you have to just relax between one pose or another because we're looking at everything. Transitions are very important.
So as you transition here, keep your abs tight, keep your waist to the side.
Glutes up.
And then step to your pose and everything's on point.
Perfect.
And when you finish, to say your wave, your goodbye, you can show your personality. You can raise your arm if you want, or you can do like I do, a little shoulder. Some girls will do a little bye-bye.
Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you feel you're comfortable with is fine to do. There's not one shoulder rub or a hand raise or a little wave. It's whatever you're comfortable with.
And as you walk out, always keep your glutes up because the judges are still looking at you until they can't see you anymore. You gotta keep the lower back arched and walk.
Slowly and confidently.
And then as you turn, you can relax.
Right, when you're off stage, you can let your stomach hang out.
I hope you guys like it, and I hope this video is helpful.
This video was great. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.